Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be on the patch notes. There aren't much, but there are some things to go over. So we got the new limiteds, we have our seasonal hero coming this week, which is really exciting. And then we also have some information on the next guild versus guild ban list, which is pretty interesting. So we will talk about that as well. So first thing, is the seasonal hero, hope you guys have been saving up for this. You definitely just want one copy for sure. Although the A5 of the hero is interesting. We really have to see how it plays out. Thankfully, I'll be getting a trial version of this, so you guys will be able to know if the A5 is worth it or not. So stay tuned for that. I've got those. I've got 5 ascension pots ready to go, so we'll be able to see, how the A5 actually interacts in here. I don't have enough books, but at least from a pot perspective, we'll be able to get a real good gauge on whether or not her awakening is important. So a couple things that I do want to talk about with that seasonal hero before we talk about the other limited summons is, you can never gauge a hero on how good they are just by reading their kit. The way that the game code works in this game, sometimes it's all over the place, and I think a lot of you know that. Like Cordelia looked really good on paper, but whenever she was introduced, she was just above and beyond what she read on paper, right? Same thing with Nero. Like Nero was just like, oh, this hero seems pretty good, but then once you actually found the right mix between the attack and defense, he ended up being a real strong hero. Even Rosalie to an extent, Elise, all of these heroes, on paper, they were just like, this seems okay. Like, I remember looking back on all the community, talking about how bad Elise was. They were literally saying how bad Elise was. And she has turned out to just be an absolutely amazing hero. So, just go in there with a grain of salt until we actually get to test the hero and see if there's any viability and things like that. And even then, a lot of times content creators will get things wrong. I'm wrong all the time, Your initial reaction to things is something that you should never just set in stone. So one of the assumptions I made in my video was that these little minions, they will trigger the death immunity trigger of this new hero's trait. Now, it doesn't say anything about death immunity anywhere in here, but again, how the game code works, just the rest of her kit really throws at you the fact that this hero should be built for Ash Magisteria. It just seems that way to me. So that's why I was making that assumption. It couldn't have any effect on the minions, and if it doesn't, then she's not going to be good there. The other thing is there's a couple of heroes in the game that have death immunity per se, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they will trigger it, right? So Adeline on her trait has death immunity whenever she is in this onrush, right? Immune to death. I don't know if that counts as triggering death immunity. If it does, then if she's not in immunity gear, she will get frozen at the beginning of the round, and that makes this hero fantastic. Obviously, if this hero, well, let me rephrase this. The hero is a crowd control hero, so it's already kind of weakened a little bit because heroes like Karma, and then you have the immunity set from an RTA or arena perspective, that already hurts her. But there are plenty of ways to remove that stuff as well, so I wouldn't say that she's just bad. But the triggering of death immunity is really important. Same thing with Oderic. Oderic has this immune to death, but I don't know if it is in the game code as triggering death immunity. So a lot of those things are still up in question, which is why, I tried to mention those things in my video, but people were still, messaging me and commenting saying, oh, well, I think you're wrong, blah, 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 because of this. It's just like, well, yeah, I was trying to just be as neutral as possible, just saying it doesn't seem great, but you got to see how it plays out. So that was my point. Okay, other than that, that is the seasonal hero. So the new limited summons, like where we're at right now with this garbage one with Grayson, we do have a repeat of a limited summon that we had before, but now the guaranteed hero is actually a little different. So you have Ashlyn. So Ashlyn's the first one. I should do this an easier way. So Ashlyn is your wood option. Now, she is strong hero. She's still really good in faction challenges and stuff like that. She's still an okay pick, in RTA from time to time. And I'm sure she's still good in arena offense, especially if they don't have a karma or something like that, and you can stun somebody for 2 turns. It's pretty strong. But she's definitely one of the weakest ones in the pool. I think she's the one that you don't want to pull. The other is Karma. Karma's absolutely amazing. She's one of the top RGBs out there, and I think if you don't have her, it might be worth it to pull on this banner. But she is not the guaranteed hero. The guaranteed hero is actually Poros. So Poros is pretty key for Rift of Chaos Fire, but that's the only place that he's really used. So if you are struggling with Rift of Chaos Fire, you don't have a Poros, it might be a nice time to pull, especially if you don't have Karma. If you don't have Karma and Poros, it's a really nice banner for you. If you have either one, I would say maybe hold off, but that's kind of just my opinion. So that is the limited banner. They are doing an event for the seasonal hero, which is, I believe, the one that we've gotten in the past, which is like with Geralt, with Elise. You have kind of that path event that you get as a beginner, where you just go through the different stages, different rewards, and then each day, like the last week of the event, you have a day where gold drops more significantly, jelly, charms. It's a really great event. The more I've played this game, the more I've realized how much gold and jelly is a bottleneck. So farming up that event for those resources is a great time to do it. It's definitely the most efficient. So that is that. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is the guild versus guild ban list. So the 3 heroes that are going to be banned here are actually Zoltan, Doomweaver Valyria, and Naya. So I feel like this is a personal attack on me, just because you don't see a whole lot of Zoltans out there. The only reason I use mine is because it's A4, but I really don't even think he's that good. Doomweaver Valyria is actually a pretty good ban because she is just a pain in the butt, but she's not super great on defense. I'm still wondering why they haven't banned Oderic. Like, so many people rely on this dumb hero. I don't know if their arena defenses would be any good without him, but they refuse to ban him. I'm sure he's coming in the future. But the other one that was weird was Naya. Like, I don't know why Naya is in here. No one uses Naya. So, anyway. Like, at least 10% of my roster is being banned in the next one. But I don't know how much of a hit that's going to be to anybody. The same kind of defense are running out there. It's just Doom, Vengeful Hassle, the Dark Twin, Oderic, maybe some Desdemona stuff here and there. But yeah, it's all basically the same champs. So at least for me, the nice thing is I probably won't have to put up an arena defense because, yeah, all of my heroes were kind of banned. So that's it. Let me know if you guys are, excited for this limited summon. Are you going for the heroes? Do you need Karma? Do you need Poros? I mean, anything's basically better than what we got here. I can't believe Grayson was this week's limited summon. I guess the silver lining there is you're able to save up plenty of Stardust. So, yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, see ya.